And we are back at the OI Rio Women's Pro presented by Corona. Quarterfinal number 2 action. Stephanie Gilmore versus Nikki Van Dijk, a rematch from their round 3.
You know, obviously Steph Gilmore winning that one with 17.33, but Nikki Van Dijk 16.50. That is huge, and still not to win.
While we are away, this happened. Opening ride for Steph Gilmore.
Yeah, Steph Gilmore just tagging this one and opening up with a lot of confidence, and that's what she's got to do. She likes to get things going. She likes to get that ball rolling, build that confidence straight away. Wave number 2 for Steph. So she is wasting absolutely no time. She knows Nikki Van Dijk is on fire, and Steph is just going for broke on that last turn. So some great surfing there from Steph Gilmore. Started off with a 6.1. And watch this turn here that she goes for at the end of this wave. She's not holding, almost pulling that off there, laying back into it, extending the body, and unfortunately not quite finishing that wave off. So Steph Gilmore.
On the championship tour, she won the first event, semifinals, and then another finals appearance. Nikki Van Dijk, currently rated number 8. We've been talking all broadcasts long.
Enough, and then next one.
You got a 3rd place at Snapper Rocks. Are you looking forward to make the final this time?
Yeah, sure, for sure. And especially in Brazil, I feel like those conditions fit my surfing sometimes, because we don't have to think too much. It's like top to bottom, quick, and so yeah, sometimes the past year I feel like I was my heat. I was I don't know how to say, but I wasn't.
So yeah, it's tough. It's a tough job to do, but you got to do it. Scores dropping for the first 3 waves ridden. Steph Gilmore with a pair of 6s, a 6.17 and a 6.20. We see Nikki Van Dijk up and riding, using her backhand to open her account. Watch this bottom turn. Just hooked straight into it. There's so much confidence in that maneuver. Tricky little backwashy sort of situation. But Nikki Van Dijk just showing that she's, well, she's not scared to put that board on the rail. She knows she's got a big heat ahead of her with Steph Gilmore. But the second bottom turn here, laying straight over it and jams it up into the whitewater. So a well-deserved 6.60. And she's got herself right back in this heat, just looking for a 5.77. Look at this one. Can she answer back?
Here we go. Van Dijk on the right, building up some speed down the line. High line, lip glide, back to the lip again. Can she come out clean? And she does. Well surfed.
Wow. Well, I'll tell you what, Nikki Van Dijk has gained some fans on the beach here today with some of the surfing that she has been doing. Loving watching this replay. This wave standing up, and Nikki Van Dijk just goes for it on that little tail tap drop, and then straight into that next maneuver there. Total commitment from Nikki Van Dijk, and it is going to be a solid score for her. Nice and low. You can see her getting down nice and low. Low center of gravity. Nice wide solid stance, and then straight into that next turn, up and over the top. Great surfing there from Nikki Van Dijk. She wants to get one back from Steph. She wants to pay back Steph from that round number 3 loss. Speed, power, flow. And there it is.
8.77 paired with her 6.6. And Nikki Van Dijk is out in the lead, a commanding lead. Steph Gilmore now is searching for a near perfect score of a 9.17 to take that lead back. The competition during the break, Steph did answer back, and let's see what the answer back to Nikki Van Dijk's. We're going to stick with Nikki, however, on this replay. She took a left, nothing there, but this was Steph.
Steph on the right. Now a little bit of pressure being put on Steph right here, 8.77. Steph Gilmore, what she got for us, goes for a big layback snap and comes unglued. That is not what we wanted to see from Steph Gilmore. Snowballs.
Nikki used her priority here, Potts.
Yeah, Nikki Van Dijk just trying to replace that 6.60. Bangs it up through the lip. 2 solid turns from Nikki Van Dijk. You can hear the crowd. The crowd want her to come back. The crowd love an underdog. The crowd want Nikki. She is single-handedly dismantling the top 5, heat by heat. Sage Eriksson feels like she's doing exactly the same thing. Wow, wow, wow. The crowd are loving it. Beautiful snap in the pocket from Nikki. And again, draws off the bottom. Bangs it up into the lip. Great surfing from Nikki Van Dijk. 2-turn combo. Both maneuvers done with speed. Both done with precision. A lot of style involved.
pom-poms out and they're cheering for Nikki. But here we go, Steph Gilmore. We know what she can do. You don't win 6 titles by laying down, and you do it by
not by doing that.
Not like, looks like she was going for something big.
Yeah.
Like a reverse.
She doesn't really, you know, she just needs to serve. She just needs to finish a wave off, and Steph Gilmore surfing is good enough to drop 9-point ride. She doesn't need to do that kind of stuff. That just lowers her confidence level, puts a lot more pressure on her shoulders. Nikki Van Dijk split the peak and decided to kick out. Smart move. Let's see if she can get back out before Steph Gilmore and get priority. To hit the reset button, and while we're in that heat recap, this was Nikki Van Dijk trying to improve her situation. That's what I love about Nikki. She does not give up. She just keeps firing away, even with that big 2-wave total. She
Bleak.
Steph's got to go.
Here we go. Gilmore. Beautiful rail work as usual to start off. Keeps some flow through that wave. Nice snap, releases the fins for some excitement, and kicks out.
She'll need, if she gets, say she gets a 7.5, she's going to need something near a 10.
This is what happened on the left.
Nikki Van Dijk on her backhand, splitting the peak with Steph Gilmore. That won't go into her top 2, so Nikki Van Dijk has done all the hard work. Steph Gilmore, though, I mean, this is what she needed earlier in the heat, just to get that confidence back. Look how clean and smooth. She doesn't need to go for those big air reverse maneuvers. She just got to surf. I mean, she was dropping 9s in round 3 with just clean, mistake-free surfing. She needs to go back to basics, and if she does, she's going to do a lot better.
Gilmore will be leaving Brazil with a 5th place finish, but this young lady, Nikki Van Dijk, we will see in semifinal number 1 versus Joanne Defay, and more action continues your way.